Welcome back to State of War Warmonger, and welcome to the 5th mission. Let's see where we're going to go today. Sudan, 6. Southern Europe, is that Greece probably? Or maybe, yeah, we're going to go to the Russian Far East. Incoming communication from Overmind. Rich deposits of gold have been discovered to the north of this area. The enemy wants these resources and has concentrated a vast army in the area. Our units are on their way, but until they arrive you must protect our base situated nearby. That will be no easy task, as the enemy has prepared a massive force, led by 5 advancers. I don't like where this is going, but we'll see. So we have to gain control of many gold mines as we can, and then protect our base. Oh well. Alright, here we go. Let's get you guys over here and let's get the advancer to... The question is, where do we actually want to go? So this guy here is going to take that position. We don't really want that. So let's try to compete with that guy. We do have a number of gold mines already, but we want to take over a lot of stuff we have here. Also, you can maybe stay here for a moment. You guys will engage these guys here. So, or you engage that guy, that's fine too. And then we're going to... I guess we're going to be fine here because we've got a ton of base defenses here. But we'll have to see what we do with... There we go. So you take that over. You hang out here for a while, then we should be good. Or actually, you guys can maybe... Yeah, you stay here. Help me take that over a little bit quicker, help me fend off these advancers, because there are a lot of advancers, there are 5 of them. Also there are these, whatever those are. And... oh yeah, I'm going to lose these guys soon. There's no replacements because we don't really have any other units we can throw at this. But at least these here guys are going to run into base defenses for now. So there we go. You're dead now, awesome. This case you can come over here, and we're going to build a bunch of you guys here. That's not actually what I wanted to build here, that was a bit of a waste of money, but okay. I want to build some anti-air here, enough anti-air so we can fend off these guys here without help, which means, why did I do that? Why do I keep building these guys? That was a waste of resources. There we go, and let's build some plasma cannons here so we can hold off whatever units they're going to send after us. We want 4 because if you have 4 anti-air guns, then they have a chance of destroying this advancer here before it reaches any of them. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's essentially what I want to happen. Then I can do this hands off, and that's great. So you can stay here, so you can help me take that over a little bit faster. What I want is 4 anti-air guns pretty much everywhere, so I can rest assured that they can destroy a single advancer. Of course, there's a multiple advancer, that might still be an issue, but we'll have to see what we can do about that in a bit. So for now we're good here. What we might want to do is put a couple of anti-air guns here just so we can maybe defend both of these flanks here, and spending a little less resource on that. There we go. That was rather elegant, if I may say so. So what else do we want? Probably this one here. This research center is going to be a little bit more difficult to defend. I guess what we... actually, let's try to take that. I've got a devious, well, moderately devious plan. And there we go. So those guys are getting themselves destroyed as soon as they pop up here. That's good. That's what we want, because we only have to defend against ground forces on both of these sides here. Then we're good. What I want is some defenses here, so whatever units attack this building here first, because that's not really that big of a deal. If they get the research center, that's not that big of a deal. And they don't have air support, that's good as well. That makes us a little bit less of a pain. So these beginning forces here shouldn't be too much of a problem, so I can destroy those without too much of a hassle. You will be here as a damage sponge. And yeah, it looks like they are taking over some stuff, but it's okay. I just hope I can take this over before they come for me, but we shall see about that. Just to speed things up a little bit, let's get one cannon. Let's get a cannon here so you can help me out here, even though that's probably not going to be super helpful, because that's going to take quite a while. But we'll get there. Also, there we go, got that research center, even though we don't need it, but we may as well try to deny it to the enemy. Then let's get some ground defenses here. And let's get some anti-air here as well. It's going to cost me quite some resources, but I really want to make sure that I can defend myself properly, so I don't have to invest too much into, there we go, into just battling around and stuff. Also, you help out here, and you engage here. Alright, yeah, and the plan is that this research center here, what's the official name? Research lab, that this absorbs a couple of hits. We're short on money. We want to make sure that we also have enough guys here to destroy everything pretty much immediately. That will also it's going to save us some trouble later. And no, dead. Barely so. Yeah, but as I said before, they've got 5 advancers, so we might run into trouble once we have to face more than. I guess you can get over here and help out here. Once we have to face more than one. Don't do that. Face more than one advancer, but we'll see about that. Then again, we also have our advancer for repair duty, so we should be okay for a while. This building here might take some hits. Why I still don't want these buildings here to be taken over is not because I don't want them to have that little bit of money or so, but I just don't want them to pop up stuff here as soon as we do that. But I don't think they don't have any mines, so unless they really cheat, they might not have any possibilities of actually take. You know what? That's pretty much mine. They might not have any possibilities of. There we go. Of actually popping up any turrets, unless they really cheat and blatantly so, which would not surprise me entirely. This is exactly the situation I was kind of scared of, but we'll see about that. Occasionally the enemy advancers, they just remain in one place, which is to their detriment, because they occasionally do that when. Okay, you can get up here please and help out here. We might have to repair some stuff, and we'll see. And I don't think I want you guys to hang around here any longer, so let's hope I can get rid of these guys here with minimal losses. Okay, didn't lose any of these. Awesome. That is pretty much exactly what I wanted. You can kind of hang out here as my second line of defense, which is not really needed, but oh well. And yeah, artillery, you can hang out here as well and get yourself destroyed. I might have to repair these occasionally. But I guess that's acceptable. If I didn't have to do that, then this would be completely hands-off. Then I would have pretty much perfect defenses right now. That would be a bit ridiculous. And yeah, this went really well for me, the situation here. I didn't lose any of these guys here. And I wish there was some sort of repair cannon. I have to keep an eye on these. Again, I'm not quite sure whether they don't have any resources, but just in case they have, I might want to make sure that they can't get any turrets up and running there, or just when they take this over for a while. Yeah, other than that, it looks pretty good. Of course, they are going to upgrade their stuff. That's a bit of a shame, but as said before, if you can keep these turrets here halfway repaired, then we're good. And you're pretty much dead. That's okay. You fixed this guy. And yeah, I think I want more of these here because new tech level for what? We don't really have anything to tech up here, but oh well. Let's just make sure that all of these buildings, they all seem to be really small gold mines, so I'm not quite sure whether this is another situation. I want to avoid here, but let's just get more of these. The more I have, the less I have to fix and worry about later.
New turret available.
And these guys are all damaged. And I think these guys here are just now going to come after me here over and over and over again, which is okay. We can live with that because... So what's the deal here on this again?
New turret available.
Okay, these guys are actually doing okay. One of you is fairly damaged, but that's alright.
Turret repaired.
Awesome, I actually managed to repair this one guy here. I just have to replace these occasionally, which is fine.
Turret repaired.
So, occasionally you can tactically destroy your advancer just so you can teleport it back to base, so to speak. I didn't even intend to build you there, but that's okay too. Let's just fix you. Not quite sure why you are going after that guy specifically, but it doesn't really matter all that much.
New turret available.
Alright, looks if we can keep this up, then we're pretty much good, because at the moment we are gaining more than we're losing, which is very good, naturally. That means we can only get more defense. If we had the Leadstorm turrets, that would be really good, because those... Yeah, whatever they have here wouldn't stand a chance against that, but to be fair, then it would probably be a little bit too easy, but that's still okay.
New turret available.
Let's fix all of you. I may as well do that while I'm here.
Repaired.
And
new turret available.
Let's fix you once more, and then you're probably going to die.
Repaired. Advancer destroyed.
In this case, just come back over here and fix this guy. And let's get some extra defense here up just in case the ones we have die. Yeah, so far so good. This actually went a lot better than I thought it would. And not even the research center is going down quickly. Yeah, can't complain. So I should probably focus on anti-ground for the time being, because this here is pretty safe, unless they send like 4 advancers here. There's no way they're ever going to break through here. These other fronts here are not quite as safe, but that's alright. You just have to replace stuff and repair stuff, and then we'll be good as well. Speaking of which, I may as well fix this, so they will need even longer to get this. Get their grubby hands on this. And since you're here now, may as well fix that. I think I shouldn't have extended these as much. I probably should have kept them here rather, but that's okay. Let's build some more defenses here then. So you actually managed to reach that. That's okay. I might not bother with replacing all of this and just get another like crescent-shaped line of defense here.
New turret available.
But yeah, it seems they... How did they even upgrade their stuff? Did they just have research points? Because I can't see that they have another research center. Oh, actually they do. Well, I take that back then. But we'll see. I don't think... Yeah, I can't... so they can still upgrade these. I don't like that, because there's still a fair amount of time left. Yeah, I'm not really... Not really a fan of that, because we might need a lot more defenses here. So let's build some preliminary defenses right now. And try to keep everything repaired.
New turret available.
You're apparently still alive, somehow. That's alright. And now you're dead. Okay, time to get over here again.
Turret available.
And we may get some damage sponges here. Why did I build that in there? That happens way too often. You keep your hands off my base defenses there, please. Thank you.
New turret available.
Alright, other than that, I don't think there's much we can do here. The only thing we can do is try to prevent them from accessing these research points here. But then again, yeah, we were kind of already doing that, so there's that.
New turret available.
Let's try to fix this a little bit. And 50 minutes are over. So I think we can do this with relative ease. This is being fixed. Awesome. Let's just get several lines of defenses here, just in case they should break through at one point. And you can fix this. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for the rest of this mission here.
New turret available.
And not much else is going to happen here. And it seems I have enough of these now, so I can
New turret available.
actually shoot down all advancers before they can do stuff, which is great. Not here though, but that's okay. Let's fix you.
New turret available.
And let's build another one here, so we get that crescent shape back, which is what we want ultimately.
New turret available. Turret repaired.
Awesome. Then you can repair these other ones here too. And despite the fact that there are 5 advancers, this is not that bad. Probably because they gave me enough money
Turret available.
so I could actually build a decent amount of defenses early on and
repaired.
actually counter most of their attacks, which is
New
great.
turret available.
There we go. And then
Turret
fix this,
repaired.
please. Or fix that, and then you get yourself destroyed.
New turret available.
Here we go. So what's the situation here? Going okay, actually.
Destroyed.
Could be worse.
New turret available.
And yeah, there's not much else to say. This is essentially it. Let's just fix some more stuff here.
New turret available.
And let's see, I think I want another one of you here. 'Cause we're now going to outrank the artillery, but there's little we can do about it. We can just try to repair and replace stuff, otherwise that's pretty much it.
New turret
And this is how the AI usually feels, with all their turrets. I wish I had more than one advancer, so I could have one for both fronts. But it's still good enough what we have here.
Turret repaired.
That said,
repaired.
time to get over here, repair some more stuff here. You'll be built here.
New turret available.
And even if they take over that lab, we're still going to take it or retake it in no time. Yeah, you come over here. I've got enough anti-air. I'm good in that
New
department.
turret available.
Barely managed to save you, but we did manage to do it. Alright. Yep, that's pretty much it. Approximately half the time is over, and since we are, generally spoken, yeah, we're better prepared than we used to be, this shouldn't be much of an issue.
Advancer destroyed.
There we go, you are dead. Once more.
New turret available.
I wonder whether it would be a good idea to have some like sort of bounty system on the advance. If you destroy them, then the enemy gets some money. It would be helpful in some missions like this one's here. I would get a ton of money. In other missions it would be rather annoying for me. Oh well. It is how it is. Because they pretty much changed nothing between this game here, which is a sequel or standalone expansion pack, or whatever you want to call it, and the actual first game. Even though it took them about 3 years to get this out. But I guess, I don't want to call it cash grab, it sounds a bit negative, but
Turret
it's
repaired.
definitely essentially a standalone expansion pack. Even though it doesn't really, it's a mission disc, it's a traditional mission disc, because it doesn't really expand anything, does it? Yeah,
Turret
maybe
repaired.
this will help a little bit.
Advancer destroyed.
Well, you're dead now, but that's okay. You can get back over here. Even here the front is holding a little bit longer than I thought it would. And you should be gone in no time. I wish I could build one here that would fit in really nice. Alas, it was not meant to be.
Turret destroyed.
That's alright, that should have been the gun turret here. Yeah, that one was destined to get itself destroyed sooner or later. So is this one here. You know what? I think I'm actually going to try and fix this recharge center here again, because that seems to be a good opportunity. Also, I never realized how low res these trees here look. But that's okay. Kind of surprised this guy's still around. I mean, he's going to die soon, but still, just generally spoken. What's the deal here? Pretty much nothing. Oh, now you're into range of those guys. Maybe it was a mistake to place you there. Oh well.
Advancer disengaged.
There's only so many spots I can actually place defenses without them being like just blocking other defense. And I guess the reason why this guy here still alive is because it's an anti-air defense and the ground units don't really prioritize that. Would be my guess. So let's keep a little bit of financial buffer here. So they are sending the really heavy stuff now, but which is also the slower stuff, which I'm not quite sure how that affects my defense. It could actually be an advantage because the heavier units aren't always that much stronger, at least they don't, or tougher rather. Stronger, yes, but they don't always feel all that much tougher, so there's that. So are you going to attack these base defenses? Yes, you are. So it might not be worth keeping those there.
Turret destroyed.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Let's just keep it at where it is now. And yeah, this guy here is actually going to be saved.
Turret repaired.
And yeah, you're trying that again. That's nice. It's a nice try. Yeah, it seems we're doing an okay job here.
Turret repaired.
Otherwise, and they haven't upgraded their artillery yet. I do appreciate that, but they will upgrade it eventually. Much to my dismay, but it's fine. And I'm no longer really using this as a buffer. I did that before, but oh well. I guess I kind of forgot about that, but it's okay. And I'm kind of glad they never attacked here. I mean, I could pop some defense up there as well. And yeah, another thing is, even if they do break through here, they still have to conquer all of this, so that's going to take a while as well. So once the time should just be shorter, because it's not really a holdout mission where you're losing more and more of your defenses and it gets harder and harder. Instead, it actually gets, well, they do get tougher units, but other than that, it actually gets a little bit easier, I would say, even. Especially if they keep building anti-air, which isn't really terribly helpful. And there we go. Alright, time to go over here again. And yeah, this is pretty much it. We can talk about the story a little bit. So, it's essentially the same. It's just terrorists this time, because this was like the age of terrorism, the early 2000s, for obvious reasons. It's not quite as bad as Real War. Real War is a game where you play. It's essentially US Army versus. It's very, very US Army glorifying. It's kind of embarrassing, actually. US Army versus terrorists, and you have to. There's some missions where if you play the terrorists, you have to. The Independent Liberation Army, which is a liberation army, but it's also independent. Then you have to cause civilian casualties. So when did this game come out? Yeah, 2 weeks after 9/11. So that was bad timing. Didn't sell all that well, but once it's not that great a game, even if it would have been sold before that, then again that was kind of the right time for that, because I remember Red Alert 2 having the Twin Tower box art, which would be removed later, even though you could still blow up the World Trade Center in Red Alert 2. You can still do it if you buy the game today, which was, I think it's okay. 9/11 that's not the axis the world rotates around, and it's not, I mean, it would have been a little bit tasteless if they had it explicitly implemented it after the event, but it just happened like it did. They removed from the box, which I guess is fine. It's not, but overall I would not say it's disrespectful to the victims. Also, and yeah, I think it's okay now. I'm not that fussed about it. Then again, I'm not really involved in that, so what can I say? What I can say is that we still have 12 minutes left. Let's just build another row of turrets here, because damn do we have a lot of money. Yep, just gonna turtle here, which is quite literally what this mission here is, isn't it? Build just a bunch more of these. The more we have, the easier it will be to destroy the stuff here, even though the more we have, like these guys are not my original defenders, they're not really doing anything anymore, but it's okay. I don't think they're not going to take that research center back. That's just not going to happen. Oh, you want even more of this? We can have that. Yep, we're going to build even more anti-air here, just because I like to see advancers explode.
New turret available.
I really wish I had Leadstorm. Then you could set this mission up and then after 5 minutes just, I don't know, make yourself a coffee or have a sandwich.
New turret available.
And they couldn't really do anything about it. Have they upgraded everything
Turret
now? They have.
repaired.
That's actually kind of good in the sense that if I have enough defenses to fend off their strongest units,
turret
then they can't really do anything. Because the situation is not going to change, is it? But what we can do here is
Turret repaired.
fix this, even though,
Turret
well,
destroyed.
no, not you. Not that one, I like that one. Yeah, the artillery is now going to become really annoying, but only so much you can do about it. We could try to turtle all the way over here and take this out, but there's no real point. The advances are definitely not the problem. And turtling all the... I don't think you can build on the bridge. And turtling all the way around here, not worth it. Not worth it. Also, you repair this, please. So they will kill this turret here sooner or later, but that's okay. Also, it was never mentioned what happened to the terrorist leader, who apparently was in the last territory. I guess he escaped, would be my assumption, but what do I know? Something tells me we're just going to get the victory screen that says the terrorists were defeated, the world is safe again. See you next time, and there will be no next time.
Turret destroyed.
It's okay, we can replace that right away. Playing like the AI, and then let's just reset the entire progress here, just to frustrate them.
Building repaired.
And there we go, let's try to fix this, even though we're probably going to get ourselves shut down before that happens. But that's okay.
Advancer destroyed.
Yep, told you so. What are you trying to do now? Well, we'll never find out because you exploded before you could demonstrate it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Still a little time left, but not too much. Then we're done here, and we are almost halfway through the campaign as well.
Turret destroyed.
I guess this is essentially like the original campaign, except a bit tougher at the beginning. I hope the final missions aren't too ridiculous, because the final mission in the original game was just brutal, very luck based, and to be honest, I didn't like that at all. Probably because I had to play it about. I think I played that 8 times before I actually managed to win, but that was gruesome. And that's the feeling it was less my tactical decisions and more a mix between luck and hoping that the AI kind of does what you expect it to do. Yeah, that's how it felt to me. It's not like, for example, the final Not mission in Tiberium Wars. That's a mission when I did it for my playthrough, it wasn't that bad, but when I played it for the first time on hard outside the channel, then I was really struggling, and I had to really reassess what I was doing and find new strategy and stuff. That mission didn't really feel like it. I also had to find the right strategy, and that was getting a very specific building, getting the nukes and whatnot, but
New turret
still
available.
it felt more like punishment. It's like playing Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, the NES version. That feels like Super Mario Bros., but now it hates you, because it's a Kaizo ROM hack. Except it's authorized since from the 80s, but apart from that, it's like with regard to character, it's definitely a Kaizo ROM hack. There's just no two ways about it.
Turret
Actually managed to fix
repaired.
that in time. Isn't that great? Awesome. Yeah, we're getting somewhere here. You're still alive. I don't know how, but you are still
Turret
alive.
repaired.
Let's build even more of these because I can.
Advancer destroyed.
Let's try to fix you for no real reason.
New turret available.
Yeah, and our income. I wish I could upgrade a couple of these so we could get even more money. And damn, am I like that I never attack this, but
Turret available.
it's not straightforward enough. The AI still, it doesn't really go around an obstacle and then attacks the next one. It just attacks whatever it's in its path, unless it's a specific unit that wants to like take over a specific building or so. And yeah, that's pretty much it. How did? By the way, how did the enemy manage to build all of this stuff? Here we don't really know, and it doesn't really matter. I hope we don't have to kill everything after. Did you? Oh, you're still alive. That's pretty good. So let's try to fix this. Well, let's actually try to fix that. That's more important because I can't rebuild that. I sure cannot. And yeah, what I want to say is, yeah, I don't want to have to destroy everything after we hold out here, but I think we only have to hold out. So then we should be good. And do I really need to repair stuff when I can just rebuild stuff? I'm not quite sure I really have to. Alright, 6 minutes left, or slightly less. And we should be good. I wonder what these are. They kind of look like those Zeppelin thingies that we had in one of the earlier missions.
Destroyed.
But not frozen, obviously, back then. And on the radar they kind of look like a depiction of a virus. Not an actual virus, just a depiction. Alright, and I'm really running out of stuff to say here because I can only repeat what I have had. Oh no, not that guy. I like that guy. Oh, this is, oh yeah, well that's sad, isn't it?
Turret destroyed.
It's okay, let's fix you, so at least one of you survives. You're already at half health. I didn't expect that, but it's okay. We also have a lot of research points, if only we had any units. I think it would have been nice to give me at least a couple of units here just so we could have like a mobile force, but I guess that's not really the spirit of the mission, and ultimately you don't need it. So I don't feel like treated unfairly in that regard. And they have... No, they still don't have their heaviest tanks. Can they... Nope, can't upgrade these anymore.
Destroyed.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. The flamers they're fairly useless here because they never reach the stuff in time here. So there's only so much they can do with them because they always get destroyed in time. Their range is just not good enough. And they're supposed to be good against buildings, but to be honest, flamers just seem to be like panzers except worse. That's how it feels to me. At least the anti-air guys have a distinct function, but the other guys, yeah. Same for specials. Specials are a bit better against vehicles, but it seems if you have panzers, their superior defense combined with their cannon, which is kind of good against everything, just makes them the best all-round unit, which is kind of the law of the 90s, or, well, in this case, early 2000s. Oh no, they killed that one cannon there. RTS game, if you have a medium tank, and if it's good enough, you can always build the medium tank and never build anything else.
New turret available.
Yeah, and we got this. We've got enough income. We have AI levels of money. They just won't break through. Even if they did, I doubt they would manage to destroy the headquarters in time, not in 3.5 minutes. And yeah, as you can see, the flamers just never managed to actually reach me. It's the artillery, really. If they didn't have artillery, this would be even easier. So I probably shouldn't complain about that. Also, the bridges are new assets, at least some of them. And no, not that turret. So those are new assets. So they did do something new in this mission pack here. So it's not just that. And yeah, let's hang out here. Can't build another one of these here. Let's do that then. Boom. And yeah, didn't even touch me. How are you still alive? I don't know, and now you're dead anyway.
Turret destroyed.
So one advance always comes over here, one comes over here, two come over here. Oh yeah, and the first one comes over here. I was just wondering if once you have your static defense and stuff, you can often lock. What are you doing? You're supposed to come over here. No, don't just stand around there. You have to come down here. Don't remain static. You're the AI. You can't just destroy this you can't destroy this in a tactically sound manner. It's not allowed. Also, you come down here, please, because you just... Oh dear. These guys here, I don't like what they are doing, but we've got so much time left that it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, now they're moving. Okay, now this. Yeah, but you can see how much damage they do if they actually put some effort into this and don't just run into my defenses. Ooh, wow. I'm scared now. Well, a little bit at least. Because look at this. They just came through in no time. Now that they actually just stood there and took me out from a distance. Oh well, but I guess then they moved anyway, and then they just messed it up. But that's okay. But that's okay. And now they're back to their old pattern of failing to really achieve anything. Oh well, let's just fix this so all their progress gets erased up to a certain degree, and dead. And there's just 1 minute left anyway, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. I really hope we don't have to wipe them out. That's just going to take even longer. This already took long enough.
Turret destroyed.
This should have been a 20-minute holdout mission.
Turret available. Turret destroyed.
Don't know why I built that there. That wasn't really necessary, but never mind.
New turret available.
What I find kind of an interesting decision in this game is to give you the entire map and have no shroud or fog of war. It's kind of interesting. Not quite sure why they did that. I guess, to be honest, it can increase tactical depth. Of course, you can't do scouting, but then again, this game, I guess you can use the advancer, but apart from that, this game isn't really designed to do much scouting. So I can kind of see why they did that. And since this is, it's not quite a tower defense game. Some missions are, but generally speaking, it's not quite a tower defense game. And tower defense game, you generally can see the map, at least in most I've played, which admittedly isn't that many, but oh well. And 5 seconds left, and then this should be over.
Turret destroyed. Turret destroyed. Mission successfully completed.
Awesome, and we did it, which, to be fair, wasn't terribly surprising. There we go. Let's just see how many. Ooh, that was a lot of units. Almost 500. Wait, no, that was. It was, yeah. So, wait a second. Did I really? Oh wait, they produced so many units and they lost so many. So really, there were still 300 units. That seems weird. Anyway, let's not question it. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.